No corner azul, Rico Chiapparelli, dos Estados Unidos. 1,87 m, 85 quilos. Raw Combat. Título US Champion, campeão americano dos Estados Unidos. No corner vermelho, Luiz Pantera, do Rio de Janeiro.
You see the tail of the tape, Rico has the advantage as far as the weight goes and the height for that matter.
Boy, Paraguay.
And talking with Rico before the fight, he just said he didn't know a heck of a lot about him. That's the tough part. When you have two guys that are pretty new to the MMA game, there's not a whole lot you can find out about any opponent. Obviously, Pantera knows about Chiapparelli from his wrestling days. Rico Chiapparelli, we mentioned not only was he a wrestler at the University of Iowa, NCAA champion, but he also was a World Cup champion overseas, wrestled with Dan Gable, legendary name in the wrestling industry, no doubt about it. And you see the knees right away from Rico Chiapparelli. You know, talking with Trigg, who's in the corner right now of Chiapparelli, was telling me that the thing he really likes about Rico is he is well-rounded. I mean, he's a wrestler, no doubt about it, which gives him some great positions, including right now, trying to lock in that front guillotine choke. But he says his hands are good. He can let his hands go. His knees have improved greatly. He's just become a more complete fighter, not just a wrestler. Now he puts him down in right-left combinations. Good job by Chiapparelli. Continues to hammer. You just see that aggressive style. Reminds me a lot of Frank Trigg, to be honest. I mean, Trigg will get you in these positions and just continue to assault you, and that's what Chiapparelli does. The entire R1 gym run by Chiapparelli as well as my partner Frank Trigg. And Chiapparelli is really the ringleader of that gym. Just a tremendous trainer. Trains not only Frank Trigg, but he trains Vladimir Matyashenko, who many of you who are familiar with MMA have seen him fight all over the world, whether it was in the UFC or MMA. So the R1 gym, a very good gym with a lot of quality fighters. Chiapparelli back on the ground and continues to work here. Rico going to use a little bit of his wrestling background now to really keep Luis Pantera at bay. And you see the knees coming in. Boy, Chiapparelli very active in this first round, and Pantera again in more trouble. Pantera trying to do anything he can. Now he's going to try to get to his feet. Chiapparelli locking in that choke, and Pantera just had to get down to get out of it. And once again, look at the pounding. Rico Chiapparelli continues to pound. Luis Pantera steps over, hits him with a few more rights. You would never know this is the debut for Rico Chiapparelli. He continues to look very impressive and continues to hammer right hands. Pantera's got to get out of there. You hear Frank Trigg say, take your time with this. Pace yourself. All right, referee's going to have them stand up now, back to their feet. Boy, a very good start for Rico Chiapparelli, former All-American wrestler, looking very good here in Jungle Fight. Pantera snaps that left-handed jab. Pantera looks like he has a pretty decent stand-up game. We haven't really seen him much because, oh, good right hand, rocks him there. Good right by Chiapparelli. I don't even think he knew he hurt him. You can still see the legs aren't there for Pantera. Wow. Chiapparelli sizing up Pantera. Nice jab again lands. Good start for Rico Chiapparelli. As the MMA rules, as we always have, 3 5-minute rounds. Chiapparelli, nice knee inside. Another knee inside. Continues with the knees. Pantera in some trouble trying to move out of the way. And this is a dominant round. I mean, this is getting close to maybe a 10-8 round, the way Chiapparelli is really dominating Luis Pantera. Another knee lands by Chiapparelli. Pantera's just been ineffective right now. Oh man, another right-left combination by Rico Chiapparelli. Gets around now, starts hammering more right hands. Referee watching very closely here. Pantera, the Brazilian, in a lot of trouble. 1 minute left in this round. Chiapparelli moving around. Oh boy, nice. Gonna try to sneak in maybe a rear naked choke. Can't get it the angle he's at right now. You see the blood coming a little bit out of the mouth now of Pantera. You see the cut under the right eye. The knees continue to come from Rico Chiapparelli. Referee will stop him. Boy, I tell you what, this referee's making it a quick start again. He's not messing around. Pantera really having a tough time even scoring, and now he's going to try to go for the takedown, which I don't think is the smartest move when you're going against a former All-American wrestler. I don't think you'll be able to take him down. Stand-up might be his best shot, and right now he lands one right, and the local crowd loves what they see. Haven't had too much to cheer about here in this fight. And that's the end of the first round, a dominating round for Rico Chiapparelli. Wow. So we start round two. Luis Pantera coming out firing away. His corner motivated him to come out with some great strikes, and he came out a lot more aggressive than he was in round one. Chiapparelli looks like he'll go for the takedown and gets it. Right now you see the open butterfly guard there by Pantera, trying to keep Rico Chiapparelli off him. You see the knees and the sides right now. That does not allow Chiapparelli, he's not able to pass. You know, some people ask me, well, you know, why doesn't he move up and just start hitting him in the head? Well, it's the butterfly guard. Butterfly guard, you keep it inside your opponent's waist. He's not able to advance and get very many strikes, as you see Braga and others in the crowd. Good right hands landed by Rico Chiapparelli. Short right hands effective for him. Rico trying to pass the guard right now, trying to get his legs free. Pantera just brings him closer so he can't get hit now. You see Rico Chiapparelli got some small welts above the left eye now. He took some shots at the beginning of that round. By far the most effective strike so far by Pantera. The referee will stand him right back up. And I think if I'm Pantera, I want to keep this fight standing up. Pantera trying to size up Chiapparelli. Nice jab there by Chiapparelli. He does have the length and he does have the reach. If you're Chiapparelli, you probably just want to stand and box for a while if you can. Keep him at the end of your punches. Right now, you see Luis Pantera, he's having a tough time getting inside of Chiapparelli's reach. Wild right misses, another right misses. Chiapparelli continues to fire the shots. Nice shot at the midsection. Now both guys in the clinch. A nice takedown there. Great experience there by Rico Chiapparelli. Not panicking, just continuing to move forward and gets another takedown. Pantera's got to be frustrated right now because you can see him breathing a lot more heavily now, and the referee comes in and tells him to push the pace. They started out with a ferocious pace in the first round, so I know both guys getting a little bit more tired here. Rico Chiapparelli trying to hit him with the left hand. Chiapparelli's really slowing down in this second round. I mean, he was on fire the first round, and I think he got a little frustrated because he could not finish Pantera, and sometimes you just punch yourself out, and I think that could be part of the problem Rico Chiapparelli's having here in the second round. He hit him with everything, and Pantera survived it all. Continues with short left hands. Rico Chiapparelli looking very impressive in his jungle fight debut. It's hard to believe he's never fought MMA. It just is surprising to me. I mentioned he's been training Vladimir Matyashenko, who has plenty of experience. He's been working a lot with Frank Trigg, one of the top 5 fighters right now in 170, actually number 3 in the world right now. Trigg getting ready for his first shot against UFC champion Matt Hughes. That's coming up very soon. But Rico Chiapparelli, he's been the trainer of both those gentlemen as well as other fighters, Ken Guerrero and many others. But it's Chiapparelli looking impressive. It's just amazing. And you know, you look at Rico now, I mean, he's closing in on 40 years of age, and so I guess that's has a lot to do with it. But I'm telling you what, he looks so impressive. Right now he's trying to land a front choke on Pantera. He continues to try to smother Pantera. Pantera needs to get out of this. He's trying to move out of it. Now he gets out. Wow, that was close. Pantera's been able to survive. Now Chiapparelli landed some right hands. A slow, methodical choke there by Rico Chiapparelli. And both these fighters are very tired right now. I'm telling you, look at Pantera. He just, that last choke really sucked all the wind out of him. And now you see Rico Chiapparelli getting the full mount, trying to finish this fight once again. And the only problem he's got is coming to the end of the round. Here goes Rico Chiapparelli again. Lefts, rights, continues to pepper him. Lefts and rights, the referee watching very closely. Continues to fire those right hands. And that's the end of the round again. Rico Chiapparelli unlucky. He's been able to get superior position at the end of round 1 and round 2. And Luis Pantera is living right. In trouble once again at the end of that round, and somehow survived and saved by the bell. And the referee was about ready to step in. You know, you can hear when there's 10 seconds left in the round, and I'm sure that was in the back of the referee's mind because a lot of people might have stopped it. Chiapparelli was landing the shots, and he would have to stop because the round was at the end. And you hear right now, Pantera getting a lot of talk here, trying to help him out. Trig right now says, just take him down and finish him out. All right, it's going to be interesting to see this final round between Rico Chiapparelli and Luis Pantera. Been a great round. I mean, bottom line, Rico Chiapparelli's up 2-0. I mean, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that he's been dominating this fight. Now it's going to be up to him if he just wants to kind of ride it out and just get by in the third round, or if he wants to try for the finish. I mean, both fighters got to be so tired as we enter this third and final round, and here he comes again, Pantera. This is the way he started the second round. Comes out firing with rights and lefts. And Chiapparelli, nice job of snapping that jab. Pantera was closing the distance early on, but then Rico got the space because he's got that nice jab, snapping that left jab out there. Pantera wants to land the uppercut. Rico Chiapparelli wants to survive. He eats a right hand. Now he's going to try to take him down, no doubt about it. When you're winning this fight, you can't afford to be getting knocked out this late in the game. Pantera pulls guard, which is fine for Rico Chiapparelli. He would rather have this fight on the ground and try to grind it out. Luis Pantera needs a submission or knockout or some kind of way to end this fight. He is down on the judges' scorecards big. I mean, that first round you could have scored it a 10-8 round, really. And it was that dominant. There was no knockdowns, and usually it's a little bit different than boxing, because in boxing, if there's a knockdown, you know, it's an automatic 10-8 round. But in MMA, that's not necessarily the case. You can get a knockdown, but it doesn't mean it's just a 10-8. I mean, you have to earn it, but Chiapparelli had him hurt, had a couple different submissions applied. But in any case, Rico Chiapparelli in firm control of this fight, and now he just needs to try to keep Luis Pantera off of him. Pantera needs to get aggressive, needs to get a takedown, needs to try to finish the fight, but the biggest problem he's got, he's trying to out-wrestle the wrestler. That's not going to work. Once again, Rico Chiapparelli, All-American wrestler from the University of Iowa, wrestled with Dan Gable, was a World Cup champion overseas. Spent many years doing that, taking people down. And you can hear it. Rico took him right into his corner, which was smart. But now he's got to move him out. They'll move him to the center of the ring. Chiapparelli will move in. They're trying to get him positioned correctly. You don't want to give, once you move to the center of the ring, you don't want to give up the position you were in, and that's what they were doing. The referee was making sure that They were in the exact same position where they started just a few minutes ago. Chiapparelli, those short right-hand punches. You know, and at this point, it's a double whammy for Pantera. Not only is he in a bad position, and look at Rico now. He's trying to do an arm triangle choke again. He's close, but he doesn't quite have it. You see the referee watching very closely. Rico Chiapparelli, he wants to finish the fight. But I was going to say it's kind of a double whammy for Pantera because not only is he in a bad position, but he doesn't have much time. The referee's standing them up. Referee has not spent much time letting these guys battle on the ground. He wants to see them fired up. Pantera's only shot is either for a knockout or a submission. He's got to do it quickly. Not much time left in this third and final round. Now he goes for a double leg takedown. Rico has 1 minute to survive it. Hey, he almost got the takedown. Right now, Chiapparelli just kind of holding on. I love what Pantera's trying to do. He's trying to get him down any way he can. Right now, Chiapparelli getting some instructions from his corner, just telling him to relax. You see Frank Trigg in the background there, just telling him, relax, let the fight come to you. And then he just reversed it. Nice job by Rico Chiapparelli. Right now, you hear the corner. Use your hammer fist. Under 30 seconds left in the fight. Rico's tired. I mean, he just laid down for a moment, trying to get a breath. Mixed martial arts, for those of you who have not competed in this sport, it is absolutely grueling. Maybe some of you have messed around with boxing and you know how tired you can get, or some of you have competed maybe in wrestling and understand how much energy you expend. Imagine doing both for 15 minutes. Find out what you got in a hurry, and that's the end of the round. Great fight. It went to a decision, but I tell you what, there was many times where Chiapparelli looked like he was going to finish the fight. But nonetheless, that's a nice way to start it out. You see his team coming in there, and you see a dejected Luis Pantera. He worked hard. He gave it all he could, but in the end, it was not enough. You see Rico Chiapparelli coming around, shaking hands. Very good fight for Rico Chiapparelli. A very dejected Luis Pantera. Give you another look here. I mean, this was the beginning of the fight. First round, and it looked like Pantera was about done. Only problem, you see the knees later on in the round. The only problem is the round ended. Chiapparelli continued the assault. And let's hear the official decision.
Decisão dos jurados. Unânime vencedor, Rico Chiapparelli.
There he is, not a surprise to anybody. Rico Chiapparelli really dominated this fight from start to finish.